Are you tired of struggling to make ends meet? Are you looking for a way to break free from the cycle of debt and live the life you've always wanted? Look no further than Dave Ramsey, the financial guru who has inspired millions to take control of their money and build a better future. Through his radio show, podcast, and YouTube channel, Dave Ramsey has helped ordinary people with average incomes become multi-millionaires. His beliefs, such as debt is dumb, cash is king, have resonated with millions and become a cornerstone of his financial philosophy. Dave Ramsey also believes that 12% annual investment returns are achievable, making his advice all the more enticing. But is Dave Ramsey's advice still relevant in today's world, or is it outdated? Join us as we explore Dave Ramsey's most popular advice and see if it's reasonable for the average person trying to build wealth. Some of his advice may be hard to take seriously, but we promise it's worth it. So, subscribe to Money Motivated and watch to the end to learn how you can start building wealth today. Credit cards. Dave Ramsey's advice on avoiding the debt cycle is clear. Cut up your credit cards and never use them again. Regardless of paying off balances each month or using them to maintain credit scores or gain rewards, studies show that consumers tend to overspend with credit cards. While minimum monthly payments may seem manageable, the interest paid over time is outrageous. Even though credit cards have benefits, Dave Ramsey recommends not using them at all. To break the cycle of debt, it's time to make the tough but necessary decision to cut up those credit cards and commit to a debt-free lifestyle. Don't borrow money. In a society where debt is considered normal, Dave Ramsey's advice is simple. Don't borrow money. Debt is dumb, and cash is king. Ramsey recommends avoiding debt entirely, except for buying a new home, even if you can get a 0% interest rate on a car loan. He advises paying cash so that you own the car outright. This philosophy comes from his own experience. In the 1980s, Ramsey quickly became a millionaire through real estate investments, but he was highly leveraged and overextended. When the bank called and demanded repayment, he was left nearly bankrupt. Now worth over $200 million, Ramsey's success is built on a foundation of no debt. Pay off debt. The debt snowball is Dave Ramsey's preferred strategy for paying off debt, even though it's more emotional than mathematical. To use the debt snowball, you list your debts from smallest to largest and make extra payments on the smallest debts first, then work your way up to the largest. This strategy doesn't consider interest rates at all. Unlike the debt avalanche strategy, which lists debts from the largest to the smallest interest rate, Ramsey isn't concerned with interest rates because he believes that the debt snowball is better psychologically. By reducing the total number of debts faster, the snowball strategy provides a sense of accomplishment that motivates people to keep going. Never buy a new car. It's recommended that you avoid buying a new car unless you're a millionaire and it's a small percentage of your net worth. New cars depreciate faster than used ones, which can hamper financial progress. Dave Ramsey suggests that the total value of all your vehicles shouldn't exceed half of your annual income. This ensures you don't overspend on vehicles and lose money to depreciation. You don't want your vehicles to lose value faster than you can earn money. Most millionaires drive a 4-year-old car with 41,000 miles and buy their cars in cash. Avoid buying a new car until you're financially stable. Forget your credit score. While it's common advice to open a credit card at 18 to build credit, Dave Ramsey suggests forgetting your credit score altogether. Having the good credit score can make it easier to qualify for loans and secure lower interest rates. But Ramsey claims it's unnecessary. When buying the car, paying cash means your credit score doesn't matter. For a mortgage, you can still get approved without a credit score by finding a no-credit mortgage lender who uses manual underwriting. This process examines payment histories on rent, utility bills, insurance, and other bills, rather than relying on a credit score. Live like no one else. The phrase "live like no one else" means being frugal and making smart financial decisions now, so that in the future, you can live comfortably without debt. It's about putting your money to work for you, rather than being a slave to debt and bills. By avoiding overspending and focusing on investing, you can accumulate wealth that will provide income for your future goals. Instead of being broke due to debt payments, you can use that money to grow your investments and enjoy the things you want in the future. In short, Living like no one else means planning and making smart choices now, so you can enjoy financial freedom later. Don't shoot the goose. Retiring on portfolio income means not depleting the investment's value. Dave Ramsey advises not to shoot the goose that's laying the egg. Although a 4% withdrawal rate is considered safe, he believes that you can withdraw more. If your investments average 12% per year, you can withdraw up to 8% safely. If your portfolio earns a 10% return, you can withdraw 10% per year. However, it's important to remember that inflation can decrease the value of your portfolio over time. For example, assuming a 4% inflation rate, the purchasing power of $1 million will be halved every 18 years. Therefore, it's essential to plan for inflation and adjust your withdrawal rate accordingly. Invest in mutual funds. Dave Ramsey recommends investing in growth stock mutual funds inside a 401 or IRA, splitting your money equally across 4 variations: growth and income. He advises against bonds, annuities, single stocks, or REITs, instead suggesting that you keep everything in the mentioned mutual funds. While ETFs and index funds offer lower costs than actively managed mutual funds, Dave Ramsey does not recommend them. Others argue that higher expenses with mutual funds negate investment outperformance. The average expense ratio for mutual funds is 0.82%, compared to 0.09% for index funds, equating to $8,200 versus $900 per year on $1 million investment, according to NerdWallet. Buy a home. To stay within your budget when buying a home, Dave Ramsey recommends limiting your payment, including principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and HOA fees if applicable, to 25% of your take-home income. He suggests buying a home with at least a 10 to 20% down payment and using a 15-year mortgage to avoid paying it off for 3 decades. For a household with a median income of $71,000 and an income tax rate of 15%, this equates to a monthly payment of $1,250, allowing for a purchase price of around $140,000, much lower than the average home price of $350,000. It is essential to be conservative and not overspend on a home beyond what your budget can handle. Thank you for watching this video on Dave Ramsey's financial advice. We hope you found it informative and helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel for more content like this. We would also love to hear your thoughts on Dave Ramsey's advice in the comments section below. Remember, not every piece of advice will work for everyone, but by taking what works best for you, you can take control of your finances and achieve your financial goals.